This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Stacy Jensen. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900. News is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on us.
Welcome to News 25 here on KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Stacy Jensen. It's Monday, June 13th.
Well, the 2022 Miss Pahrump has been crowned. We caught up with this year's queen, McKenna Cunningham, shortly after the pageant.
I am shocked. I just got done crying. I'm super excited. I'm really excited for this year, and I'm lost in words. I was feeling really calm for some reason. Like, I wasn't scared or nervous that much. I was just really excited, and I was calm throughout the whole entire thing, other than my talent. That was the most stressful thing. I am a competitive dancer at NDC. I've been dancing since I was born, and I've been competing for 5 years. I'm excited for ninth grade. I'm excited for all the new people and the new opportunities. I'm interested in literature and reading. I enjoy reading a lot. That's why my community platform is literacy awareness. I believe that literacy is very important, and it's an essential for just everything. I chose it because my mom is a school teacher and she teaches language arts. I am planning on going to the elementary schools and reading to all the little kids and talking about strategies about developing a love for reading and a community book drive. Thank you so much. I am super excited for this opportunity. This is huge.
Miss Pahrump 2022 is awarded to contestant number 11, McKenna Cunningham. Congratulations to all the ladies, and especially the court. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes this evening's event. Thank you for coming. Drive safely. Have a wonderful night.
All right. And if you would like a copy of the pageant, you just need to get a recorded copy by calling us here at 727-9400, extension 201. Well, Commissioner Blundo had contact with Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies again at his residence. This time, his wife is alleging that he is disseminating pornographic video and photos of her on the internet. News 25 spoke to Blundo for an extended period of time today, urging him to express his side of the story. Mr. Blundo declined, but was sure that this is a political attempt by his opponent to ruin his chances for re-election. Police say that Mrs. Blundo has declined to file charges against her husband in this case.
Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies were called once again to County Commissioner Leo Blundo's home by his wife, who was stating that her husband has been hiding cameras around their Pahrump home without her knowledge or consent. Blundo denies this claim. The May 13th call for service for a sex offense saw Commissioner Blundo answering the door, appearing to be filming on his phone, refusing to answer questions about whether he was hiding cameras in the residence.
How can I help you?
Alright, so my wife's calling. Apparently there's
quit!
Apparently there's cameras that are concerning her that are placed in the bedroom, and she's concerned that you're using them inappropriately. Are there cameras that's set up that are watching her getting in and out of the shower? Yes, no, maybe.
So, are you not going to have a conversation with us and just try to figure out what's going on?
Alright, ma'am, would you like to show us what you're talking about?
Blundo also tells police that his wife was intoxicated and possibly taking medication. He says the cameras were for his protection, and he declined to allow officers inside the home. His wife, however, did allow them inside and proceeded to show police where the alleged hidden cameras were located. Mrs. Blundo alleged that there were cameras in the bathroom and bedroom areas. She knocked one off the wall in the bedroom and says he is now hiding them in various places. She states on the body cam footage that she had explicitly told Leo several times not to film without her knowledge or while she was naked. She says that he put puts the photos and or videos on the internet and adds that she had asked him not to do that. According to the video, Mrs. Blundo said that she allowed at one time photos and videos and that they were for her husband's personal use. She is adamant that they were never to be put on the internet. She says her husband used them to get dates. Melissa then urged police to check his computer for the proof.
Without your consent, do you know of, is he doing anything with these videos?
Yes, would you? I can't make him log on to his computer.
Right, no one can.
Can you?
I can't make him, no, I can't force him to.
She admitted to officers on the body cam footage that they have a swinger-type lifestyle, which she regrets and says she is no longer interested in.
If I were to show you the videos and they were with other people, it would probably embarrass you because you know the people. You know of the people. When I asked him to stop, when I said, please stop, stop.
And has he done it since you've asked him to stop?
Yes, he has.
And is he still posting these photos?
Yes, he is.
Mrs. Blundo asked the NCSO deputies to take a report, look through his computer, and get him to stop disseminating personal photos of her to people over the internet. After warning her that if they took a report, it would bring criminal charges against her husband, she chose not to have officers investigate further.
I think Theo has a serious anger issue.
Officers assured Commissioner Blundo that no one knew they were at his home, that the call for service did not go over the radio, and that there was no record of the incident unless, quote, a person is very savvy and gets a hold of the body cam footage, end quote. Body cam recording reveals Mrs. Blundo telling officers that her husband is receiving special treatment because he is a commissioner. Officers then reassure her that they are treating him like anyone else. This incident follows the other at the Blundo home in March for domestic battery. That case has been forwarded to the Esmeralda County DA office for review. Esmeralda County says they are still looking into the matter. Mrs. Blundo told police at that time that she was strangled by her husband. This allegedly happened following the discovery of a missing $77,000 cash, a gun from the home, and Mr. Blundo's vehicle. During that call, Commissioner Blundo divulged to police that a package containing 84 grams of cocaine was returned undeliverable to his business. He called the police to have them pick up the drugs and says the police never looked into the matter further. Coincidentally, the recent call for service happened to occur on the same day that Blundo made a large purchase. A deed was signed over on May 13th to the county commissioner for the purchase of a property located at 1140 East Highway 372, where his small family business, Carmilo's Bistro, and other businesses are located. The county commissioner is paying over $800,000 for the businesses and land. With a deposit of around $300,000 cash, according to the documents, he then got a loan from Florida lender A&A Business Group for the remainder of the $526,000. Blundo had reported that he earned about $20,000 per year as his salary from the restaurant. He applied for CARES Act funding to keep operations going during the pandemic like many other businesses that were struggling. He received about $130,000 from the government. A complaint alleged that he used some of the money to pay the rent on his home. Blundo was arrested for not disclosing his application for funding during the BOCC voting process. A complaint spurred to alleged ethics violations that have moved forward with the Nevada State Ethics Board for investigation in the matter. They have not yet rendered an opinion, but stated that they found sufficient evidence to move matters forward. Currently, Commissioner Blundo earns $30,000 a year as a public official on the recent disclosure with the State Candidate Financial Disclosure Form. He does not list himself as self-employed for his business or disclose any income except for the county salary. He has received almost $100,000 in campaign contributions, according to his recent financial disclosure. Numerous donors have been from businesses and entities that have had items on the agenda before the Board of County Commissioners.
And we'll be back with more News 25 right after this break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. This segment of News 25 is brought to you by Lisa Spahitz and Mike Plasmeyer at Country Financial Insurance. Auto, home, life, and commercial. 775-727-8920.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, Election Day is tomorrow for the primary election, June 14th. We caught up with Rachel Aldana with the Nye County Clerk's Office to get some last-minute tips on how and where to vote.
It starts tomorrow, 7 in the morning till 7 p.m. And a little bit of advice would be the morning. There's going to be a line. It's going to be hot out. We don't have much room in here to have people, so they'll be in the sun. Usually in the afternoon it's a little less, but we plan on it being a busy day. I think every day we averaged between 150 and 200. And we had a line in the morning for about an hour, and then other than that, people just sprinkled in, which it was kind of nice, just kept the day going. No, the only one we have in Nye County is here. I know Beatty, Armagosa, Tonopah, those ones. Yes, we'll have a drop-off ballot box here. We'll have 50 machines for early voting, and then we'll have the drop-off box at the office as well. Yes, they're all day in the last 2 weeks. I think in total it was like 5,100, somewhere around there. I believe they scan them to know that we received them, so that way they can't double vote, but they haven't started counting them yet. No, we'll have it here from 7 to 7. Up there will be 8, and they'll close from lunch from 12 to 1 and then till 5, but they'll have the box up there as well. If you're a registered voter, you don't need anything, and you voted previously. If you want to register to vote, you need a Nevada driver's license with your physical address. You could change your party at the same day. You'll come in, you'll let them know that your address is not correct and that you want to change your address, and then we'll get it changed. So if you're in line before 7, we will keep it open. We'll have someone, depending on how long it was. A couple years ago, it was so long, we had a security stop right there at 7, and then no one could get in front of it. Corner of Basin and 160.
And sleep disturbances among COVID-19 long haulers appears to be quite common, according to new data from Cleveland Clinic.
A lot of patients, what they are complaining is for non-restorative sleep, fatigue, brain fog, restless sleep, and insomnia. These are the most commonest complaints that we see at clinic every day. This raised the question of trying to understand the mechanistic pathway behind this process to develop targeted specific interventions to different group of patient populations.
And Dr. Pena says while treatment options are available for sleep-related issues, it is uncertain how long it could take for someone to get better. She advises those with concerns to consult with their physician.
Another pageant coming up. Carol Smith is competing this weekend for the crown of Miss Senior Golden Years USA. Smith tells us a little about herself and how you can attend the show.
Hi, I'm Carol Smith, contestant number 3 in the Miss Senior Golden Years pageant to be held June 18th at the Saddle West at 7 o'clock. I've been a resident here for about 3 years. I came here to join my family, which consists of 13 grandchildren. I have volunteered to work with the Sleep in Heavenly Peace and the Salvation Army. Hope to see you at the pageant.
All right. Well, we'll have your Save a Pet when we return.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
Well, if you're looking for a friendly, beautiful male cat, Ruger may just be the feline for you. Here, he is available at Desert Haven Animal Society.
Today's Save a Pet segment is made possible by Realty Executives in Action. Put the team at Realty Executives in action for you.
Hello, I'm Marissa, and I'm here at Desert Haven today with Ruger. He is one of our bigger adult gray tabby cats. He was an owner surrender. He's an absolute sweetheart. He doesn't really like being picked up, but he's tolerating it right now. If you want any more information on him, you can give us a call at 775-751-7020, or you could go on our Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society, or you could even stop on by. We're located on Syria Lane behind the courthouse.
And an agenda item concerning regulating large and small livestock on the RH and RE zoned properties here in Pahrump has been removed from the Regional Planning Commission agenda for this week. The advisory board is looking into amending the backyard chicken ordinance. The Pahrump Regional Planning Commission meeting agenda is set to be held on Wednesday, June 15th at 6 p.m. at the BOCC Chambers. That's located at 2100 East Walt Williams Drive here in Pahrump.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, this is last night's sunset. I'm telling you, this was beautiful. I even got some shots of this.
No, and the wind, look at those clouds moving. We got winds and even hot temperatures returning. John's going to have that full forecast in just a moment.
News News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler at the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. Happy Monday to you. Glad we made it through the weekend. And I bet these people up in Fernley, Fallon, Carson City are all just breathing a sigh of relief. Dropped about 30 degrees from over the weekend. They had triple digits. Tonight, 67, 69, 69 degrees. Feeling pretty good. Out in Tonopah at 75. 80 degrees out in Goldfield. 92 in Beatty. 95 is visiting Amargosa this evening, and Las Vegas right now, 98 degrees. It's the hot spot today in the state. Death Valley feeling like Death Valley does, 106 here in the Paradise of Pahrump. It's 92 degrees. Well, how about that? 93 just a little bit earlier. Those southwesterly winds continue to whisper gently to us at 9 miles per hour as the sun rose this morning at 5:25 a.m. Setting this evening at 8:02. I think we just picked up 1 minute over the weekend. Yes, we're getting close to solstice and the longest day of the year. A low tonight, 66 degrees. Those northeasterly winds gently 10 miles per hour out of the northeast as we head on into the week. I think we got a couple days of pretty nice weather, and then it gets a little bit dicey towards the weekend. Look at that, 7 mile per hour winds next couple days. Triple digit weather coming up and leaving us on Thursday as those winds blow crazy on Friday at 20 mile per hour, Saturday 20 mile per hour. Yeah, it's going to be gusty, but it looks like those temperatures are coming down. We'll end up in the high 80s on Sunday. Should be a glorious day, 9 mile per hour winds. 9 mile per hour winds on Monday, and the temperatures returning to fighting trim at 95. Some things to look forward to and some things to go, ugh. All right, back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
A couple events coming up. We've got a good one, Pahrump Proud. That's on June 26th.
Yep, it's going to be at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel, and it looks like it goes from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Entertainment, vendors, activities, and it's all brought to you by the centerlv.org. So good times.
And if you miss any of this, of course, it's on our Facebook page for KPVM TV, including that agenda item that we were talking about a little bit earlier for the Pahrump Regional Planning Commission, if you want to see what those changes are in the backyard chicken ordinance. Also, they are still looking for donations for the theater group for the children. That is already happening right now with rehearsals. You can go to pvpac.org to donate to that theater group and donate and sponsor a kid. They're looking for all the donations that they can get. What a wonderful thing that we're having.
I love the little community theater, and the kids are great. You need to come out and check them. It's free admission, so it's going to be fun.
We'll be showing you some shots of those this week. Yeah. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Stacy Jensen.
Good night.
Good night.